Rich the Truck Guy here, coming at you. Want to do a quick little installment about the do's and don'ts of car buying, added to my little series I have. So one of the things I want to talk about is buy here, pay here versus dealer financing. So the buy here, pay here system, the way that usually works is they're going to convince you that they are loaning themselves money to help you purchase the vehicle you're looking at. And typically these cars, their actual value is anywhere to 15 to 30% of actual sale price. You'll know this because these vehicles are over 100,000 mile vehicles. They look like they should be inexpensive, but you usually end up paying between $10,000 to $15,000 for these cars, based on the premise that you don't have the option to go anywhere else because you have either bad credit or poor credit, or your income is low and you just have some cash to put down. So if you ask me, it's kind of a scam, it's a trick. Please don't fall for it, because all it's going to end up happening is about half of them don't even report to credit bureaus, even though they say they do. It's not going to help you improve your credit. It's not going to do anything for you. So they're going to convince you, hey, we're loaning ourselves this money to cover the cost of your vehicle that you're purchasing. We're going to charge you, even though we're loaning the money to ourselves, we're going to charge you X amount of interest, and you have this long to pay it off, so your payments are going to be this much a month. And then you go and you take that after about a year or so making payments on it and go to an actual a factory dealership, manufacturer dealership, and say, hey, I'd like to trade in this car that I bought down here at 123 Auto Tote the Note Pay Here lot. And then you come to find out your car's worth about $1,000 and you owe $12 on it. And without having $10,000 down payment, that dealership can't put you in a car because the actual banks cannot finance you due to the negative equity you're holding. So I understand there is a need for these dealerships, there is a need for these places. They do have their place. Just be aware of what you're getting into when you do sign on that dotted line for these cars. Now, going to a large manufacturer dealership such as where we're at right now, Metter Dodge. So we are an FCA operated dealership. We are family owned, so we get the opportunity to actually not operate like a corporate store. We have the opportunity to treat our customers a lot better. That being said, we work with just about every bank in the state. There are a few credit unions that we don't work directly with, but for the most part, we work with the majority of them. Now, the way this works is you come here, you fill out all the information, we fill out a credit application, we run your credit and take a look, see where you're at. We look at your credit history, we look at your income level and how much of a down payment you have. Now, know this, that if you have what they call a low score, no score, or even a iffy credit situation. So, you may have some stuff on there like a repossession, something to that effect. They're your best case scenario. Bring as much down payment as you can. Please don't walk into a large dealership like this that uses banks to finance and tell them, hey, I've got $700, I want to put a down payment on something, and ask for a $50,000 vehicle, because you will get turned away, because unfortunately no bank will do that deal. You have to make it make sense for the bank to actually say, yes, we will finance this person. So to do that, a substantial down payment makes sense. So what you're looking at is if you're in this situation, you need to be looking at cars that are less than $20,000, and you need to be bringing between 10 to 20% of that sale price as a down payment. And what I mean by that is if you're looking at an $18,000 car, you need to bring between $1,800 and $2,500 as a down payment. That's what you should bring. And that will convince the bank that, hey, this is a serious person, they actually want to purchase the car. They're going to do you a solid and actually finance you. Now, sometimes it's going to take more than that. Sometimes it's going to take a cosigner, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That just means that there's somebody behind you saying that, okay, I have decent credit, I've got a decent job, And what I'm saying is, yes, this person will be held accountable to make sure that they pay their bills, to pay their payment. I will hold them accountable. Because if not, the bank's going to come back on your cosigner and say, hey, why is this person not paying their bill? Then your cosigner is going to come find you, and then they're going to have it out with you. So you have, and then here's the other thing. Here's the other flip side to financing with an actual bank at a dealership. Is by doing it that way, now you've got the opportunity to actually build your credit up. Even though you might have first-time buyer interest rates and it's going to be a little bit high, just know that you pay on that vehicle for the next 12 to 24 months. You're consistently building your credit. You now have a vehicle or you have a loan amount that's a large sum, and you're paying it off. You're consistently making your payments. That's helping your credit go up. That's helping your score go up. It's showing the bank that, hey, this is a person who wants to pay their bills, and we don't have a problem when they come back loaning them more money. That is the best way to go. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter where you're starting out. If you're in this credit situation, please, if at all possible, avoid the small buy here, pay here dealerships, because a lot of them are built to take advantage of the consumer, because the consumer is in a horrible position and they are in a desperate situation trying to find a mode of transportation. Now, am I saying that you should never do that? No, because those buy here, pay here places do serve a purpose. And if you're in that situation where all you've got is a few $1,000s cash, and you know that regardless, no bank will finance you, then you have no choice. That's what you have to do. You have to go that route, and I understand that. But please, give the larger dealership a chance first. Also know this, if you're worried about having your credit pulled and it affecting your score, even experience says that having your credit pulled multiple times within a 48-hour period all counts as the same pull, because the banks know that you're car shopping. So that will not affect your credit score like everybody thinks. You're like, oh, don't shotgun my credit around. I just want a soft pull. Well, here's the thing. Fact is, no such thing as a soft pull. A soft pull is something like Credit Karma. Credit Karma is a soft pull. Every other credit inquiry made by dealership or business or anything like that is considered a hard pull. Soft pulls are just not a thing. So don't ever, think a dealership's going to ruin your credit like that. And you're going to see, oh, well, they sent it to 23 different banks. They ruined my credit score. No, here's the thing. You can actually get those credit inquiries removed. Talk to a credit professional, credit repair professional to discuss that, because I am not that person. I'm not here to give you credit advice. I'm just telling you information that's been passed to me from other people who have had their credit worked on, as well as me having my credit worked on. So, I guess to sum it all up, buy here, pay here should not be your first resort. It should be your absolute last resort. Please give the larger dealership, the manufacturer dealership, a chance to actually get you financed and put you in a car, because in the long run, it's going to be a better situation, and it's going to mean that you can actually get something that you want and can afford later on. Again, this is Rich the Truck Guy. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you think any of this information is not helpful, or if you think it's extremely helpful, do me a favor. Go ahead and add to those comments down below. Always remember, like, subscribe, share me, follow me, reach out to me. I love talking to everybody out there. Also, don't forget about my Instagram, Rich the Truck Guy 78 out there on Instagram. We're just here to help you however we can, to help you see you drive away in a new car, whether it's from me or somebody else. Just want to make sure you're educated and do it the right way. Thanks.